everybody? It's your boy Moski, back with another video. Today's video is a movie review of Mortal Kombat movie. But before we get into that, would you like to introduce yourselves?
What's up, it's your boy Misfit. Follow me on Instagram at itismisfit.
It's your boy Daniel. Man, follow me on Instagram at official_Danielito.
And like I said before, we're doing a movie review on Mortal Kombat the movie. So what did you guys think of the movie? What do you guys think of the story, the plot, the characters, etc., etc.?
I'm gonna go straight.
Straight. But all seriousness, what do you guys think about the story though?
The story was a good story. I like how they. Oh man, bro, it's so hard to talk about this.
So the story is basically about like whoever like played the games or the or read the comics.
Yeah.
Basically, like all these worlds have to fight in a tournament, and they gotta see if you win. I think it's 9 times. Whoever wins the 9 times, the other world that won takes over the whole other world that they conquered.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
we just have no choice in this.
So basically, when you like lose the battle 9 times in a row, your whole world becomes their as a slave, and you work for them basically. But overall, it was a good storyline, good plot. The characters were built up really well, and if you're a big Mortal Kombat fan, you will actually really enjoy this movie, especially the fighting scenes.
Yeah, for real.
The fighting scenes were amazing in this. They're really gory as well. So if you thought Mortal Kombat or like the people that are directing this movie ain't gonna get gory, no, they got gory in this movie, and that's what I love,
I think this is a good movie for people who even if you weren't into the comics but you still played the games, you'll still get that nostalgic I remember that from this type. So
and it definitely gives off video game vibes.
For real,
the fatalities and stuff.
Yeah, and even during the movie, there's some things that you can see in the background that hints of other characters, or if you're a good diehard fan, oh shoot, there's that, there's this, But I'm not gonna say because this is non-spoiler review. But I really enjoyed this movie. It was better than I expected. Even though I had high hopes, I'm like, please make a good Mortal Kombat movie from a video game, because all the video games from when they try to adapt it to movies, it's not always good.
Facts.
It's always, they have that big record of video games that turn into movies that are bad, but there's only a few. And this one's really good, and hopefully this does so well, because they said if this movie does well, they have an extra 4 movies planned for the future of Mortal Kombat.
Facts.
So that's awesome. So hopefully
it does its numbers.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen the Mortal Kombat movie, please watch it and support them, because this movie is really good. Even if you're not a Mortal Kombat fan, if you like martial arts or kung fu, you're definitely gonna love this movie.
Yeah, especially fighting scenes.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling y'all gonna be doing it.
So, you guys gonna give your final review? 1 out of 10.
Personally, I say 7.5. 7.5, just because I don't know. Maybe I like the older one of Mortal Kombat. Maybe just me being a kid and growing up watching that. I don't know. I just liked it better. The action though in the newer movie, way better though. The fight scenes and the graphics and the goriness and the bloody. Man, it looked like the video game. When y'all see it, bro. When y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, oh,
just like the video game.
Literally. Alright, so we got his score. What about your score?
Thank you.
I'm gonna say
1 out of 10.
Take a sip.
I think honestly, genuinely, I'm gonna give her a 7.5.
7.5? Okay.
And you know what? I was just thinking about it, and at first I agree with you about liking the old one a little better just because of the story. But you know what? I just enjoy what they did with the movie. I like what they did with it.
Okay. I see. I think the reason that you guys love the old school movie is because it's that nostalgia.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. As much as I love the old movie, I like this one. I like what they did with this one.
Yeah. And I think it's a good addition of a reboot of the Mortal Kombat. So it's not a terrible movie.
Yeah, no, it definitely did it did its job.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
They didn't do a bad job at all.
No, so I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. For my review, I'll give it I give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'll definitely probably watch it again.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So.
I'll watch it again just to see what stuff I missed the first time.
Yeah, like if there's something in the background that I haven't seen, but I'm definitely gonna watch this movie again. So. Yeah, we can go get to the spoiler review. So this is the end of the non-spoiler review. So if you haven't seen the movie, click off the video right now. But if you did see the movie, stay here. We still have more things to say. So thank you guys for watching, and peace. And we're back. So this is a spoiler review. I'll give you a couple seconds to click off right now because we're gonna get to the movie. So we're about to talk about all the things that happen in Mortal Kombat, or try to get every single detail. We might miss a few things, but we're gonna try. So the movie starts off as Scorpion, the Shirai Ryu clan, their like area that they're living at, right? And they're having a peaceful time. Hanzo Hasashi, aka Scorpion, was spending time with his family, like doing like gardening, getting water for his family, and they're having a good time. It was like a good scenery moment. So then out of nowhere, as soon as he walks away to go get like more water, because he had buckets that he was about to return for his family, you just hear a distant scream, and sure enough, it was Sub-Zero that killed his family. I was like, oh my gosh.
Dirty, shady.
Did him wrong too.
It was really bogus. And then when that happened, Scorpion came back, heard a scream, ran back to the house that he was about to meet his family. As soon as he sees his family, they're all frozen with a sharp object through the kid and mom's stomach. And I was like, wow, they're gonna go deep with this one.
It was a sight, trust me, guys. Yeah, I would like
to and you can tell as soon as Scorpion seen his family like dead, oh man, just he was heated at the moment, and he started killing all the people that was there that killed his family. The Lin Kuei, oh man, he started going blows.
Straight red, bro. That's all he was seeing was red.
Yeah, it was just crazy because he was doing so many fatalities to all the people of Sub-Zero, to the Lin Kuei. I was like, oh my gosh, because the Lin Kuei was killing the Shirai Ryu's clan, and they killed just straight killing them. And I was just like, god dang. I'm like,
yeah, they was trying to kill the bloodline, right?
Yeah, they're trying to kill. Yeah,
they did.
Well, yeah, almost.
Yeah, so there was a kid and a mother, and there was a baby, but the baby got saved because the mother and the little kid that was with them hide the baby before the Lin Kuei even spotted them. So the baby was spared because it was hidden. But Scorpion was trying to find Kuai Lang, and that's who is Sub-Zero. And man, once he found him, they started going straight sticks.
Yeah. Straight sticks.
Oh man. And then, but obviously, this is before Hanzo Hasashi became Scorpion. So he didn't have the special abilities, but he was still going in. Without even special abilities, he was still maintaining his own. So
that's what I respect about him.
Yeah, he fought him without those powers, and he was giving them work. He was giving them problems. Yeah, he was giving Sub-Zero work.
He was getting a little frosty.
But
shaking.
But that was a cool moment though. But obviously Sub-Zero had the upper hand. He has the special abilities, and he froze them, and then just basically just stabbed them. I was like, oh man. It was all over for that. And then obviously the baby lived because they stored the baby underneath like a I don't even know what to call it.
It was like a wooden,
like a cellar kind of almost, like a wooden cellar where it's like when you open those doors and it's in the floor. But you get what I'm saying.
Like a trap door.
Yeah. But the thing is, the baby was still alive. And Sub-Zero killed Scorpion, and no one's obviously alive. Only that baby. But sure enough, Raiden shows up to save the baby.
Well, you know Raiden.
So Raiden shows up and saves the baby, and then this is where the whole movie starts, as in this new character called Cole Young. Cole Young is this new character that Mortal Kombat they created. So this is the totally brand new character that we never known in the comics or in the video games.
That's dope too.
So this is pretty cool. So it's a more interesting character that we can learn and like new abilities. And we're like wondering like while we're watching this movie, we're like,
Yeah, we
is
were
this
trying to guess
what is this ability? What does he do?
We thought he was Liu Kang for a while.
Yeah, I was.
He was like saying he was Liu Kang. I was like, I don't think his name Liu Kang. I could have sworn his name was Cole Young.
Man.
And yeah, his name was definitely Cole Young. But other than that, he's like a almost like wash UFC fighter because he used to be a champion, but now he's not no more. That's what it seemed like because I kept on seeing papers that it says he's the champion of this, champion of that, and then he started losing. It seems like oh, okay. So he's kind of like almost a wash UFC fighter, but he still got the skills.
Yeah, right.
And so another thing that happened, we get to introduce with Jax. We seen Jax in there, and this is before Jax loses his arms. So we're gonna get to the part where we're talking about that. But anyways, so yeah, Jax and him have a conversation, just saying like, oh, where'd you get that? Because Cole Young has a birthmark of a dragon shaped as the Mortal Kombat symbol. Basically means like you're the chosen one, and you're chosen to fight in Mortal Kombat.
You're Earth's warrior.
Earth protectors.
Earth realms warriors.
Yep, basically. And I was like, okay, so that's how they're going with the story. So if you have the scar or whatever the symbol of Mortal Kombat, that means you are Earth realms protector.
See, and that was different. Like that was
that
was actually pretty interesting.
I liked how they made it to where if you killed the person that had the mark, that you would inherit that mark as well. So
that was pretty dope.
Because then it made it anybody could really be Earth's protectors if they really.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But when that happened, Jax was talking to him, Cole Young, and he's like, "Oh, you're a fighter in this, blah blah blah." Just basic dialogue. Jax is trying to get to know who this guy is because he's seen the birthmark, or he said he was a birthmark, but in reality he's a chosen one.
Yeah.
So then it takes off to another scene of where his family's at a restaurant, and they're in, I think, Los Angeles.
Yeah, somewhere
in California. Yeah, somewhere in California. Then out of nowhere it starts snowing. Like,
Mid-July.
Mid-July. Like, it's snowing. And guess who shows up? Sub-Zero.
Looking like he's about to teach the choir.
Created a snowstorm in that mud.
For real.
So when that happened, Sub-Zero was trying to kill the champions, Earth Realm Protectors.
Yeah.
So when the tournament starts, they will have no people to participate in the tournament. Basically means you forfeit and you guys lose and we take over your world.
Okay.
So that was like, oh, okay, this is basically like an assassin movie. I was like, that's pretty cool. What'd you think about that part though?
Honestly, the way they set that whole scene up, the way they because you can tell the power that Sub-Zero has gained over the centuries of being alive. Like, he wasn't just some dude that does magic tricks with ice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He called up and started a whole snowstorm. He snapped, for real. That was wild. That was definitely...
Yeah, but we cut to a scene where Jax was saving Cole Young against Sub-Zero because Sub-Zero was raining hail, basically. And just throwing ice at them. I'm like, oh my gosh. So they drive off. And then Sub-Zero cornered him basically, and Jax said, you know what, I got this. You go to this place where Sonya Blade, you gotta go meet Sonya Blade, and she'll give you all the information you need. So he's like, okay. So Jax get out the car to go fight Sub-Zero.
Be a hero.
So
don't do that, people.
So Jax follows Sub-Zero into a building, and then they start fighting in a building. And it was pretty cool. It was really dope. The fighting scenes. Jax was holding his own for being just a human.
Yeah, for like 15 seconds he was holding his own. For 15 seconds he was definitely holding his own.
For a mortal fighting Sub-Zero, he was...
Like I said, for 15 seconds he was holding. Because like he said, he's been living through centuries and stuff. He's got skills, so for somebody that's just a human being keeping up with him, man.
Yeah, you gotta give him props though, because Sub-Zero's been around for centuries. He's been fighting martial artists.
It was gone.
Yeah.
His arms are gone, guys.
So, okay, when we're talking about when his arms are gone, we're talking about when Sub-Zero had the upper hand again. He was dismantling Jax, broke his arm, twisted it, grabbed it from both of his arms while he was twisting them, froze his arms all the way up, and then burst it.
Shattered them bitches.
And it just shattered, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like so when that happened, right? His arms popped out, and when it like basically fall apart from the ice, Sub-Zero literally just pushed him, and then he just made a big old like slap into the friggin' big concrete.
That scene was funny though.
I'm not gonna lie.
It was dumb.
I'm like, dang, because in the original in games, it was Ermac that took his arms, not Sub-Zero. But this is the first time they're changing it now. So now it's Sub-Zero that's taking his arms. So that was a pretty cool change.
How did he first get his arms taken by Ermac?
It was by Ermac, yeah.
But like he just.
It was like Ermac is like a soul guy, so he basically just separated him.
Oh shit.
Kind of like almost like Star Wars, like the Force.
Oh man.
So he forced him out.
Oh man.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, honestly, getting your arms frozen snapped off sound better than that. Cause they said that the ice cauterized the wound, so he probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
He probably would have died if that would have happened. No cap.
So we're gonna fast forward the scene. So we get to meet another character named Kano. And Kano was the comic relief. He was a comic relief of this movie, and he was pretty funny. He was like one of my favorite characters just listening to. What did you guys think about Kano?
Man, he was
my favorite character all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was saved, man.
He was not. He wasn't playing the whole time. He was.
Nah, man. I knew he was on some shady stuff though.
Oh yeah, you can never trust Kano.
Yeah,
it's Kano. He
did. He definitely was just a hilarious man. He made everything just. He brought the comedy in that movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. He was pretty funny. I think they picked a good actor to play as Kano.
Yeah.
And him being with having an Australian accent as well just makes it even better. But speaking about Kano, Kano was a warrior, as in he's gonna be the Earth protectors, so he's gonna join forces with the good guys, even though they always butt heads against each other with Sonya and Kano. And if you know that storyline, you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you understand what's going on from that. So we're gonna fast forward again, so we get to meet Liu Kang. So when we meet Liu Kang, it was a funny introduction when we first meet him. Cause
the way they brought him though was kind of like just random.
Yeah, it was.
It was just like. They just smacked. They just kind of
threw
just
him
threw him in there.
But it was kind of funny because with Kano,
he's
a hold up, stubbed right there. He gets shot with a fireball.
I forgot all about that. Oh man.
And then when he grabbed him, he's like, the fuck?
He's just over there.
Oh man.
Yeah. Kano was like really funny in the movie, man. I really love that dude. But yeah, it was a funny introduction. But let me fast forward again. We get to meet Kung Lao. And the way they introduce him is when Sub-Zero infiltrated the building where they're training at of the Earthrealm Protectors. As soon as they were like training, Sub-Zero intervened, and then he shot an ice ball at Liu Kang. It hit him, and then it looked like Sub-Zero was gonna kill Liu Kang. Then Kung Lao threw his hat at the Sub-Zero, and I was like, whoa, that was a cool introduction.
Yes, sir.
And then he popped up with the hat, and woo, that was...
It was clean, man. It was
what did you guys think about Kung Lao's introduction?
Man, I already told, y'all know, I told them I messed with Kung Lao before we even watched the movie. Oh man, just know Kung Lao is the GOAT.
Yeah. What'd you think about it?
Kung Lao, honestly, I like how I think the Liu Kang was a little, you know. But when they made up for Kung Lao, because Kung Lao came through and showed out, and he showed out the whole time. It wasn't even just like Kung Lao pulled up and was like, yeah, no, I'm here. Like he made it known.
I'm Kung Lao.
I'm Kung Lao. Stop playing with me.
Like he had to let Kano know who he was.
For real.
So we're gonna fast forward again. They're at the temple, and they actually, Jax, remember, his arms got obliterated basically, and the monks rescued him, Liu Kang's people. And as soon as they rescued him, they gave him some upgrades. So that obviously they gave him the metal arm, but it wasn't like fully what you know of Jax when he has metal arm. It was like a skinny version. And the only way that you get your full potential ability, just like something has to come out of you, like it's either anger or motivation, stuff like that will like make you, like your powers come out of nowhere basically.
It seems like a strong emotion.
Yeah.
Like activates.
It's kind of like almost like I think about like it's Dragon Ball a little bit. The reason why I say that, remember when Goku, like he could never become Super Saiyan until someone died. So that's
okay. Yeah, I could definitely.
Like I can see that's
emotion.
The emotion basically. That's what I got that kind of vibe from.
Right.
But that was a pretty cool moment. Other than that, we fast forward to Shang Tsung. What do you guys think of Shang Tsung? How the acting and the actor himself?
He did pretty good, honestly. He looked like a younger version of the older.
He actually did, to be honest.
Yeah, he looked like Shang Tsung.
He sure did.
That was pretty cool.
He did a great job. The voice, the script, it went well. I don't think I got nothing bad.
As much as my bad. As much.
I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you're good. As much as they veered off from like the main story, they kept like the vibe of the movie the same. And I think that's what made it so good. Was like you still knew, like it wasn't the Mortal Kombat that you knew, but you knew you were still watching Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really dope.
Yeah, it was a good casting all around. I enjoyed it. Let's fast forward to the end. Let's just get straight to the ending. All right. So now we're at the ending, and it's between Sub-Zero and Cole Young at the beginning, right? And then we find out later in the future that Cole Young is related. Well, I think he's the is he the grandson?
He's like the great
He's part of the bloodline.
Yeah,
he's part of
the bloodline goes down.
Yeah, so it's part of the bloodline of the Shirai Ryu that is Scorpion's clan, and he's one of the few of many of the people, because obviously the Lin Kuei. I think he might be the last. Well, maybe his family though.
Yeah, his family.
Yeah, so the Lin Kuei. If you guys know, the Lin Kuei did kill all the Shirai Ryu members, and he's one of the last bloodline. But so now it's down to Sub-Zero and Cole Young. They're fighting, and it looked like Sub-Zero had the upper hand against Cole Young. Then you seen the spear that he got. Raiden gave a spear to Cole Young, like you might need this one day, and then started going on fire. And they're like, that's Scorpion. And then you see Scorpion introduction, boom. Caught Sub-Zero with the spear, and then obviously you got that classic line, "Get over here!"
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh.
Just know that that's.
It's so live, bro.
Oh my bad, but it was just like, oh my god, that was a good introduction of Scorpion. So now he got like a 2v1 against Sub-Zero. It was a good fight and a good entertaining fight when it went from 1v1 to 2v1, and it was an awesome all around. Another thing that happened, it was just a lot of tropes, because they were going, even when Sub-Zero was by himself, he was still maintaining himself, still fighting.
He was holding his own for real.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero was not a person that's really easy to take.
Like I said, you can see that Sub-Zero has centuries of just strength. He was just.
And I like how Scorpion, his dialogue, he was like, I came from the depths of hell just to kill you. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he said,
that was wrong.
He said, you wanted me to burn in the depths of, or he said, you wanted me to burn in the fire of hell, but I learned how to control him.
Took off the mask and.
Oh yeah. So yeah, what he's talking about right there, because Scorpion killed Sub-Zero with the classic taking off his mask and then fire out of his mouth. So that was cold, and it was just awesome.
Straight firebender.
So this movie is ending, and once it was going to the end, we get to a cliffhanger where Cole Young is at the boxing gym, and there's this guy that's always saying like, "Hey, you gonna fight today?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm not fighting today." He's like, "Oh, so where you going?" He said, "Hollywood." He said, "Oh, what you gonna do over there?" He said, "I'm not. It's not something I'm doing. It's who I'm looking for." And if you know who that is, that's Johnny Cage.
Yes, sir.
And they showed a picture of Johnny Cage's lower body, but we didn't never seen his face. So I hope it's Ryan Reynolds that plays Johnny Cage. I don't know about you guys, but he'd be the perfect fit.
I think he would work.
I think he'd do the job.
Like I said, I think Buddy from Punisher. I think he might work too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, but I was excited. As soon as I seen that, I was like, when he said Hollywood, I was like, Hollywood.
Yeah, I knew he was talking
Johnny
about
Cage!
Yeah.
Because the tournament never started. They tried to
Yeah.
infiltrate him before even the tournament started. So this movie, if this does well, this movie can get...
You know what I was just thinking? My
What?
bad. So, what if, because the first movie, in the old movie, that was with the tournament.
Yeah, that was with the
So
tournament.
this is like a prequel.
This is a prequel
Yeah,
before the tournament starts.
This is it might not even be that much different from the actual first movie, no cap,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, true, but you never know. They can always change things
Oh,
up.
yeah, hell yeah.
They
I'm
can
not
always
even
change things
mad
up.
at it, but-
So, yeah, it leaves us with a cliffhanger of he's going to go meet Johnny Cage for the next movie.
Right.
So if this movie does well, we will get to see who this Johnny Cage person is.
Go watch the movie.
Yeah,
So, you gotta watch this
Go
movie,
watch
man.
it.
This
Go watch
movie
the
is
movie.
so good. I know we already gave our rating for the review, so say it again one more time. We're gonna go with you. What would you give this movie for review?
7.5.
7.5. All right. So what about you, man?
7.5.
7.5. For me, 8 is an 8 out of 10.
Can't go wrong.
So it is an amazing movie. And if you have nothing else to do, watch this movie.
Y'all ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, it's COVID. Though. I know you
in
have
the
one.
house. Come on.
Who's your favorite character?
You already know Jax.
Jax?
Jax my favorite character.
Okay. What's your reason?
Honestly, because Jax, he really his power is fighting. He just throws sticks. He throws straight hands or metal. He don't care. He really don't care.
Those straight robot hands.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Who's your favorite?
Man, you know who I'm coming, man. The Mr. Pan on the head.
Pan on the head.
He'll throw that disc, bro. You look, just know
He fine too.
he in the movie, in the game, comics, whatever you. Just know he was always a G. He just always was a G. Always. There was never a point where he wasn't. I think he was born a G. Like he came out with the hat and was ready to fight. Like that's my guy. Cool.
So obviously, if you guys didn't know, it's Scorpion for me.
Yes,
So I'm always gonna get that. Get over here.
Yeah.
That's always gonna be my favorite.
The OG, man.
The OG.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of the video. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe, post notifications to get all my videos up to date, and comment down below who is your favorite Mortal Kombat characters.
Right.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and peace.